Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 2 gang, y'all, let's get it, y'all. Part 2 gang, y'all, let's get it, y'all. Part 2, let's get it. Like, share, subscribe, let's get it. Let's go. Man, that's my word. White dude ran to the booth, man, get me out of here. Get me out of this pod, man. I'll go back to the hole, man. Next thing you know, seeing the CEO coming back in the pod, he's looking. What's going on in here? He's like, man, I don't want to stay here. I looked up, I seen Sam off in the corner in the back. He's like, CEO was like, all right, man, come on, man. CEO took him. White dude never came back. I promise you, he never came back, gang. I was like, this is crazy right here. Like, this is wild right here, man. Like, they really policed the pod. Like, Sam and them really put that work in, man. I ain't gonna lie, Sam went and he rumbled his kind. He showed everybody, like, I'm gonna do my part. Y'all do y'all part, man. Let's keep this even. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, man, I respected Sam. You know what I mean? But I just wasn't taking it as far as he was taking it, man. Like, I'm not getting on anybody for anything. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna school a dude to how you bid in this pod. Now, if you wanna be an idiot, then yeah, it could get to that next level, man, just to keep everything copacetic. I ain't even gonna lie. But that's all I was thinking I was gonna do, man. So out of nowhere, my man shoot me a kite. Was like, look, bro, I'm trying to rock again. What's goody? I'm like, yo, bro, that's a lot. I'm gonna get my man, meet your peoples, everything good again. We're gonna make it shake again. He was like, that's a bet. So it's been about a month since I had the joint. I had it about a couple weeks, and I'm like 2 weeks without it now. So I'm like, I definitely gotta get some more. So I get the joint, everything goes smooth with the play. So I get the joint. So now we kind of back out having regular rec. And it's like, I'm trapping the joint now. Like, I'm not trapping. I never was a hot trapper. You know what I mean? But I'm trapping the joint out. I'm doing my thing with the joint, man. And it was like, I don't know if they felt like I was a major threat to the situation of what the lieutenant gave them, man. You know what I mean? But I don't know. And I'm only bringing this up to y'all because as I started like messing with the Lala the second time around, like, I started seeing kind of like more eyeballs watching me. I started seeing people look at me sideways slightly, not in a bad way, but just like, man, Weezy tripping. He the main one that had the meeting, pushing all this agenda, and he in his joint messing with the Lala. Like, I started feeling that type of energy, man. I go to the door, dude called me to the door. I'm like, yo, what's up? What's good? He's like, hey, we talking about a play. He's like, I'm like, all right, I mean, I turn around. I see the old head from Richmond that's doing it to handle the meetings. He playing chess. He like, I look at him like, shh. I go to the cell and get to work. I'm like, man, I'm gonna still trap, man. Like, at the end of the day, I don't never bring charges to the pod. You know what I mean? So that was a little weird energy. I ain't even gonna lie, it was slightly weird energy, man. So like the whole time this in the joint, man, like for real, man, like our pod, like we ain't got no idiots at the time in our pod, man. Like everything is going smooth, man. Like the lieutenant really gave us the green light. So I was just hoping that it never was somebody from my town that I had to, you know what I mean? Because I didn't ask for this title. I'm just trying to disguise myself to pump the La game. You know what I mean? That's all I'm trying to do. So next thing you know, dude get out the hole, coming out pod. Dude that get out the hole, coming out pod, he's from Richmond. Now, he's a younger guy. I seen this dude on the compound several times. He's kind of one of those loudmouth kind of guys. You know, the Richmond dudes that we got in the block, they was kind of like, they came from a whole nother camp to 2B. So it's like they were the new Richmond mob slightly, but they still from the R. The R deal with the R, period. So like I was trying to see, I had my eyes open to try to see how they was going to deal with this situation because the lieutenant did give us the green light. How y'all gonna handle a situation when it's y'all people from y'all side? So I was just waiting, you know what I mean? I see the dude come in. Now I wasn't waiting because I knew dude was gonna do something crazy. Like, every time somebody new comes in the pod, man, like it's kind of like unpredictable how their behavior is gonna be, man. Like, but you know what? Like I told y'all, man, I think the police just used to do this just to watch us on camera and see how we behave, man, like some lab rats, man. Like that's what I think, man, at the end of the day. So he come in the joint, you know what I mean? I see the Richmond dudes gravitate to him immediately, so I guess they knew him. So they telling him what's going on, like, yeah, bro, look, you gotta do this. Look, we moving this way. Like this was going on. Like if you get into a certain amount of charges, they dragging us, like da 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 da. So we moving right unless we don't have to. So they give him the play. He sounded like he was with the plan. You know what I mean? Until bro went to the VI that weekend. He got out the whole that week. That weekend he went to the VI. He went to the VI that weekend, man. Man, I promise you, man, this man went to the VI that weekend. So when he go to the VI, he come back with the la, the pills, and the dog food. So he got a lot of stuff. So the way I was trapping, I go to the door and handle my business. Dudes call me. I might shoot to the child hall and meet somebody outside rec, meet somebody game for a play. I might do something like that. I got a pluck that's calling. But at the same time, though, like I've been in there, like I'm moving right. The police gave me the green light, basically, man. You know what I mean? So I kind of like a little seniority a little bit, slightly. Dude, on the other hand, from Richmond, he's just a dude that just think he's in a regular block, which it was a regular block. He has the package, and this is how he's gonna move. I promise you, man, that man got that package. Man, that's all you heard was this. Dudes was banging on the front door trying to get his attention, y'all. So boom. Dudes looking like, I hear the noise in my cell. Do. I hear a dude knocking on the window from the boulevard. See, for a B pod, our bottom tier windows or on the boulevard. Like when you leave out the building, you will see 4B windows 1 through 12 going down the road. And you can run up in the grass and knock on somebody's window. You can do all of that. You know what I mean? Man, I hear somebody knocking on his window. So the reason why I hear it is because he ducked off in the other dude from Richmond cell in cell 8. So I guess the dude who's supposed to be with the plan like us, you know what I mean? He's not looking at this kind of like it's a bad thing, you know what I mean? Like it's crazy or something like that, man. But the police basically manipulating us, man. Like that's how I looked at it. Like I even sat back and thought sometime, even after agreeing to do this, like, yo, like for real, not only are they probably watching us on camera, like I think this is a big manipulation of let's see them just destroy each other in there, man. Like everybody's gonna go against their own spot and it's just gonna be the funniest thing ever. Like that's how I looked at it, man. But prison will screw you over so much. It'll be so much going on in prison, man. Like it's like you on another planet sometimes, man. Like at the end of the day, man, dudes gonna do whatever they got to do to be comfortable. And dudes thought around this time doing this, they was gonna be comfortable, man. But it was like a hidden law and how you supposed to carry it in there, man. So the young boy got the jumping. Dudes knocking on the window. Dudes knocking on the front door. Dudes calling them from the top tier. Dudes calling them over here. When we go outside rec, dudes calling them. He got a dude that's next door bringing him a bunch of commissary in a bag. It's like he got it jumping. And I was kind of happy he got it jumping because I just faded it black. I just got the cut, y'all. I was like this when he got that package. I was happy. I was like, man, bro, do your thing, bro. I was happy for the young boy on the low. But I just felt different because I'm like, even though he winning and he doing good, I was like, the old heads, they feel some type of way about this. They felt some type of way about me trapping. You know what I mean? Now I'm like, bro, super duper trapping. So I look up, I see the old head from Richmond talking to the other dude from Richmond in cell 8, the one who come to the meeting with us. I see them on the wall, they talking. Dude from Richmond, old head dude, he one of them dudes use his hands. He's like, yeah, dude, shorty, that's what you gotta do, shorty. Like, y'all, come on, shorty. Yeah, shorty. Lean back. He do everything with his hands. Hey, shorty, da. So he talking. Young boy like, he just listening. He holler at him, he get him to talk. Next day roll around. Next thing you know, man, them people call 5 people for a P test, y'all. So boom. I come in the door, was frightened. I was like, they ain't called white. I'm like, I'm looking, I'm seeing dudes out there scrambling. All the dudes that bought those pills, all the dudes that was buying the Lala, all those dudes was coming out. It was coming, so I'm like, I'm looking at it like, how are they taking a P test? This is crazy right here, man. They call these dudes gonna take a P test. Man, I promise you, every single last one of those dudes took a P test. Every last one of those dudes failed. Every last one of them, man, they took the P test that day. The next day, man, you looked up. You seen a sexy property officer coming at you. It could be your property, or it could be you going to the hole, y'all. So boom. Such and such, such and such. She calling out the names. I'm looking at them like, everybody walking over there like, she giving them boxes, man. Go pack your stuff up. Pack my stuff. Yeah, you going to the hole. When you catch them bad P testers in there, you go to the beam, y'all. No exceptions, you hear me? Man, these dudes went to the beam, man. These dudes went to the beam, man. As soon as they went to the beam, you heard they called the old head dude from Richmond on the intercom. They called him upstairs to talk to the sergeant. He come back from talking to the sergeant. First dude he called me, and he called the other dude from Richmond. He called us over there. He said, hey, look, I need to talk to y'all. He walked us all the way back by cell 12. I'm walking back there like, my roommate, because I was already out. My roommate was standing by our door talking. So my roommate watching me, he looking down. I'm walking, I'm like, bro from Richmond, the young boy, his cell, he in cell 8, so he a little bit down from me. So he closer to walking towards where the old head called us to. So we walk, I'm like, we get back there, he was like, look, something gotta change. Something gotta change. I'm like, what gotta change? He was like, first of all, no more trapping in here. No, I'm like, what? I said, man, come on, man. I said, look, man. I said, you going too far, huh? I said, you going too far, man. Like, what you mean no trapping? So the other dude young boy from Richmond was like, yeah, what you mean no trapping? He was like, man, like I said, y'all gonna trap. Dudes gonna get them dirty ones, and then next thing you know, we gonna get blamed. Y'all know we ain't coming out this month, right? 5 dirty, that's 5 200 series. Those 200 series charges, those are the worst charges to get. Now we got 5 of them coming out this pod. I said, yo, respectfully, Unc, man. I said, man, listen, I said, you ain't got no badge on, Unc, man. What did you talk about, man? He was like, he looked down and everything. He was like, I don't gotta have a badge, but I'm in charge of this whole situation. I'm older than y'all. I'm like, so what? So the young boy from Richmond was like, look, he was like, respectfully, Unc, you can't tell, you ain't telling, we ain't breaking no laws. We ain't catching no charges. We keeping all our people straight. What you talking about? He was like, no, you ain't keeping your people straight. You ain't keeping your people straight. If you was keeping your people straight, your people won't be in here selling all them drugs. I'm like, he lied. Everybody looking at everybody like, I'm like, man, this dude, wow, man. I'm like, they started arguing, so I'm just standing there like, is he serious, man? Like, this dude can't be serious. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, agreeing to that little system thing that they had us agree to, of course, we young dudes, man. We gonna sign up just to sign up, just to manipulate the system, man. At the end of the day, I wouldn't give one of them officers got in a crash. I don't mean it malicious like that, but they didn't care if I put a belt around my neck and took myself out on the light. They didn't care, so I didn't care, man. But I'm gonna manipulate a situation, man. Like, okay, you want me to sign on for whatever you think I'm signing on for? Cool, I'll do it, man. But at the end of the day, man, I'm a psycho. Go look at my rap sheet, man. I'm a psycho, man. They got psycho written in my rap sheet, man. Like, so don't take my word for nothing when it comes to something like this. So that's how I'm kind of giving it to him. So I see the young boy on the same page. He trying to take trapping away from us. He wildin'. Jeezy just came out. That's all we trying to do is trap, y'all. Battle with him, man. You can't take this. I'm like, man, listen, man. This is how I get my money, man. I said, man, dude from Richmond was like, man, you ain't say nothing to him, Sean. Oh, yeah, the other dude, yeah, from the city. Yeah, he be getting the food. You don't say nothing to him. He said, because he ain't loud with his stuff. Y'all too loud. Y'all got dudes calling y'all. I said, man, listen, I said, man, the stuff got to get sold, man. What is you talking about, man? He was like, man, look, I ain't going to argue with y'all. I ain't going to argue with y'all. He just walked away. Man, look, he walked away. When he walked away, the young boy from the R that was getting all the work in the VI, he pull up. He hearing the argument. He was probably in the cell by himself. He pull up on us back there. He was like, what are you talking about? I was like, shh. He was like, man, they talking about, he was like, man, Shaw, he talking about we gotta stop trapping. He was like, what? What is he, the police? Dude was like, nah, like he ain't the police, but like, he was like, what then? Like, how you gonna tell another man he can't trap? What you got going on? He was like, nah, you gotta understand. Like, look, he was like, look, shh, quiet. He was like, look, man, LT kind of told us to keep the block straight. Like, if somebody from anybody's city or anybody that we deal with that crazy, we got the green light to get them up out of here. He was like, oh, so you would get me out of here? He was like, no, you ain't wilding out. You ain't doing nothing but getting money. That ain't wilding out. So I'm like, man, these old heads, wow, man. I'm like, yo, like the more and more I started feeling that joint, I started feeling like, yo, I think they about to tell on me soon. Like, that's how I started feeling. But, you know, with me having the green light, I started feeling like I was invincible. But I'm not invincible to the old head that's the captain of the green light team. You know what I mean? Like, he can really get me done up just by like how he did those dudes, man. Like, it definitely wasn't him that got them dudes, the dirty ones, man. But I know he was definitely the one that got those dudes written out the block, just moved the first time when them young boys came in. I knew it was him. Like, he would never admit it, but I already knew it was the old head, man. So I just started thinking like, man, old head probably about to drop a dime. He about to drop a dime on dudes, man. So like I started looking at it like, I was like, man, you know what, man? I was like, it ain't even worth trapping. But I was like, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna try to get out this pod. I'm gonna try to see if I can slide and get out this pod, man. So I was walking a child one day, man. I left my ID. And it was like a Monday. It was the lieutenant, the warden, everybody out there on the boulevard. And when it's like that, you got to be suited and booted right. ID on the shirt game. Everything got to be perfect. You know what I mean? Shirt tucked in, all of that. So I left my ID to send me back to the building to get it. You know what I mean? So now I'm running late from child. So I had to go all the way back to the building, get my ID. As I'm coming back to the building, the LT coming down the boulevard, I stopped. And I was like, LT. He was like, what's up, White? I said, man, I got to talk to you. He was like, but what? I said, man, look. I said, man, I ain't feeling comfortable, man, no more kind of like doing the plan that you told us to do. He said, what plan? I said, you know the plan you told us about the green light? He was like, I ain't tell you no plan, White. He started looking all stupid in the eyes. He was like, I ain't tell you about no plan, White. I said, you remember we had a meeting? You told us that. He was like, I ain't never tell you to do that. I was like, man. I said, all right, well, look, man. I said, look, I'm just trying to move. Like, I said, I ain't feeling that block no more. I said, I ain't gonna lie. I said, you know, like, I ain't old. I said, I was dealing with it because I'm cool. I know I got a job. I was like, man, I gotta go, man. I was like, man, send me back to 4 building. He was like, I can't do that right now, White, because you signed up for something. I said, I thought I just ain't signed up for nothing. He said, yo, you signed up for something. Yeah, you keep the power right. That's what you gonna do. I ain't doing no moves right now. And he walked away from me, y'all. So, boom. You talk about somebody mad. I'm standing on the boulevard like, watching him as he walk away like, go back in the child hall, eat mad. Scrape that little BS. Came out, walked back to the building. I'm like, when I get back in the pod, first person I see is the old head dude from Richmond. He's standing on the top tier. He like, just like an old head. He on the top tier like this. He like, when I walked in, he was like, walking, I'm like, speaking of your lame ass, man, I went in the cell on his ass, y'all. Boom! I'm mad. I'm like, I can't even move. I'm like, yo, for real. And I used to like this block. I used to love this block. I ain't even gonna lie, 2B was a great block. That was one of them blocks, man, that was all right, man. The old head game, you know what I mean? Like, this kind of like my second time in there. Like, I'm cooling. Like, this was a time where I can duck off, man. Like, I'm gonna duck off in 2B, man, and stay out everybody's way. But this isn't even working out. It's not working out, man. So tell my man, I ain't moving. I was like, man, for real, man. I was like, I ain't trapping. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, I love the La-La so much. I gotta be able to do the La-La in peace, man. Like, that's how much I love the La-La. Like, if I'm not in peace with it, that means like if it's turmoil or somebody's hating or something going on like that, then I'm not gonna be able to enjoy my La-La. So like, I told my man, like, as much as I love the La-La, like, I'm like, yo, look, man, I ain't trying to make no more moves while I'm in this block. I was like, I'm trying to leave. He was like, when you gonna leave? I'm like, bro, I don't know, but I think about making another move. I think old head gonna tell on me, man. I think he gonna tell it. I ain't gonna lie, I think he gonna tell it, man, because he feeling like I want out of what's going on over there. So he's like, what's going on over there? So I had to break down the play to my man. My man was like, bro, why you sign up for some old BS like that? I was like, bro, I thought I was signing up like that. If I could just be under the radar, like I got the green light to do whatever with the LT. Like I can just pump the La-La. I said, that's why I did it. He was like, man, that's crazy. I said, man, there's been some dudes in there that already done, you know what I mean, straighten dudes out, all type of stuff, man. Like they serious about the joke. Like the LT gave dudes the green light. I said the LT acting like he ain't say that. I guess he trying to cover his butt because he probably think I'll go back and tell or something like that. So I don't know. But when I asked him to move, I was like, he clapped it, bro. So I was like, for the time being, bro, I ain't trying to get no La-La. I said, because as soon as I get it, that old head gonna tell me, man. You know what I mean? I said, I'm probably not even in a little group no more, bro. I was like, I ain't in that junk no more, bro. You know what I mean? He was like, yeah, tell him you done with that. I was like, I'm about to. You know what I mean? So I've seen old head when I came back from rec. And I was like, yo, look, man. I was like, look, the LT, like, I hollered at him semi, but I was like, but look, I ain't into all that stuff y'all got going on. Like keep my name out of that. I ain't got nothing to do with nothing. If somebody coming here from Norfolk and they wilding, y'all handle him. I'm not gonna handle him. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't got nothing to do with that, man. Or whoever else is my age, y'all probably want me to handle. I said, I know y'all was trying to build up y'all goons. I said, but look though, man, I'm a goon that's not for sale, man. So like at the end of the day, man, like if I can't pump no La-La, man, I'm just gonna chill and lay back, man. Y'all do what y'all gonna do. And I said that and I seen the hate in his eyes. And I seen it like, hey, this is because he can't pump no La-La. He ain't trying to do that. When I seen him looking, I was like, man, old head thinks shit sweet, y'all. So boom. So now I'm getting angry on the low. I'm like, old head thinks shit a game. So he walk away like, that's your loss. That's your loss. He talking greasy and everything. I would look at him like, my loss. Hey, that's your loss, Weezy. That's your loss. Yeah, watch what I tell you. I'm like, this nigga whack, man. So I look up, I see the two dudes from Richmond, the one that's getting the package and the other young one that was part of the group like us. They standing back there on the wall, they looking. You know what I mean? They like, probably like, I walk past him, I was like, hey, bro. I was like, listen, the partner's up, because he was talking to the boy to get the side. I was like, look, I told him I ain't with that no more, bro. I ain't got nothing to do with that, bro. Like, he was like, man, I told that nigga that shit last week. I was like, for real? I was like, why you ain't tell me? He was like, I thought you been told him. He was like, that shit lame. He was like, man, you telling us we can't trap? He was like, man, I'm trapping, man. He was like, bro, we're gonna get the pack tomorrow. And it was already Friday. I'm like, fuck it. You know what I mean? So I'm just chilling, man. I'm done with that shit, though. So I went back to the cell. You know what I mean? Got down, I chilled. Saturday rolled around. Got down, young boy went over there and get that package game. Man, I promise you, man, young boy came back and had the building on fire again, gang, y'all. So boom. Everybody calling him, it's lit. Everybody hitting him up. Bro come back with the same thing again. Them pills, that D block, and the la-la. He got it jumping again. So I holler at him, you know, I get some la-la. I do business when I'm fast and quiet. And I go in the cut. Me and my roommate was messing with the la-la. Like, I ain't want the old head to even see me holler at him. Them dudes out there slanging and banging. I ain't joking, man. They slanging and banging in that joint, man. And it made everything hot again. Hey, hold on real quick, though. Hey, listen, y'all. Y'all go check out my new channel, man. Staying Out the Way Media, man. Y'all go check it out, man. I'm gonna put the link in the description, man. Y'all go check it out, man. I'm gonna start running content over there every day, man. That's a new channel that I started. Just trying to evolve, y'all. Just trying to do more things, man, for y'all, man. I know I'm not gonna get as much people that watch that as they watch the stories, but I appreciate everybody that really rock with me, man. Come over there and rock with me, man. It's called Staying Out the Way Media, man. I'm gonna be covering sports, entertainment, and anything else that's going on in the world, man. Y'all know I got y'all, man. Y'all know I got a great personality. I'm gonna keep y'all laughing, and that's how we gonna carry it, man. But Staying Out the Way Media, man. I need y'all to go check that out and run that up for me, man. The link is gonna be in the description, man. Go hit the link and go to that channel right now, y'all. Let's get it. So while they slanging and banging, of course, the old head is mad. I see the old head hollering at the white boy, and he was hollering at Sam. Then I seen him hollering at the other dude. Then I seen him hollering at the red team member. Like, the red team member never had to do nothing. There was never no wild red team members that came in there, so he always was quiet. He never had to do nothing. He wasn't trapping like me, so he never was on Front Street like I was, but he was in the cut. But when I look up, I see him talking to everybody that was in the meeting. So the dude from the red team probably telling him, like, man, I ain't got nothing to do with that, man. But either way, he was just trying to make sure that he was like, they forces were still combined. Like, he was making sure that they were still good. So he talking to them. You know what I mean? I'm minding my business. My boys from Richmond's going bananas in the park again. Everybody buying stuff from them. They doing their thing. 2 days later, man. I look. Seen the police, the investigator, everybody. They coming in the park. They go straight to the young boy from Richmond, said they going to jump. Everybody looking, they shake him down in front of while we all at Empire Rec. They didn't even tell us to lock down, so everybody in the pod looking like they ransacking the young boy joint. Not the one that's with us on the joint. They got the green light. His man that's getting the package, they ransacking the joint. So he's standing there like, what's this for? Him and his roommate like, what's this for? They just ransacking his joint, tearing his joint up. So he stood there like, what's going on? So he trying to explain, like, back up. So after they finished shaking him down, they took him out. They took him out, man. They said they took him to go piss. Man, that's my word. He took him to go piss. He come back. He was like, man, you know, man, they took me to the gym to piss, man. We like, to the gym? We ain't never heard that. We was like, to the gym? He was like, yeah. He was like, man, they took me to the gym, man. They pissed me, man. I was like, you're crazy, man. Next day, roll around. Property officer come back in there. She called bro from Richmond name, y'all. So boom, he was gone. I was like, man, old head of damn rat, man. I was like, yo, man. I was like, this shit wild. I was like, this shit wild as a bitch, man. So goddamn, I'm like, old head got to be ratting. I was like, see, that wasn't part of the deal about ratting. But, you know, like dudes probably say, man, y'all were with the police. Like, it wasn't about being with the police. They was just telling us, like, they gonna look the blind eye and we gotta clean somebody up that's moving wrong in the block. Now, that's a difference from working with the police. The old head is really working with the damn police. He's working with the police. He just got his bro homeboy locked up, man. So bro from Richmond, super mad. He's super duper angry. This is my word. He's super angry. He angry in that jump, man. I'm like, yo, this shit wild as a bitch. So I look up. I see the old head again. He talking to the white boy Sam. So I'm like, why he keep talking to Sam? So the dude from Richmond, he like, I don't know why he keep talking to Sam. He keep talking to Sam. He walked out in the pod. He looked at Sam. Sam was on the top. He was like, hey, Sam, you better stay away from that motherfucker, man. Sam looked down like, he was like, yeah, man, you better stay away from him. You ain't got shit to do with this, Sam. Sam looked at the dude like, old head dude like, I ain't worried about him. I ain't worried about his ass. I'm sitting in this bitch like, this shit crazy as hell. I was like, I'm not staying in this block no more, man. I was like, this shit, I gotta go. Like, and I never was the type, like, people probably never knew how I left 2B, but like, I never was the type to kind of check in and do no old shit like that. But I went through situations when I was in the jail that I goddamn had to put hands on a nigga in front of the police because they outnumbered me. You know what I mean? Like, I was locked up in a whole nother city where I'm from. Anybody that ever been through that experience know where I'm coming from. You are outnumbered, man. I don't give a damn what you say, man. They stick together in the cities. You know what I mean? So you outnumbered if you from another damn city. You got to go dumb hard. Pause. So I have done this before. I haven't had to do it since I've been on Lawrenceville. But I'm like, I don't want to stay in this block no more, man. But I'm like, man, fuck these niggas, man. I'm like, yo, for real, man. I see the dude from Richmond. I'm like, man, for real, bro. I'm like, man, what the fuck you trying to do, man? I was like, cause for real, bro. That dude around, I was like, I don't want to stay in front of him. I don't want to stay in here with him no more, man. I was like, the LT talking about he ain't gonna move me, bro. I was like, I'm ready to go to the hole, bro. Like, I ain't joking, man. He like, man, for real, Shawty. I'm ready to go to the hole too, man. Like, hey, John, man, this block crazy, Shawty. I'm like, man. Dude, a super rat, man. I was like, the investigator, I ain't seen the investigator not one time since I've been in that block. I'm like, yo, this is out of hand. I don't know what's going on, but all I know is something gotta change soon, y'all. So boom. I'm trying to figure out a plan. I'm like, man, what the hell am I gonna do, man? All I know is, man, I got a good selling. I'm in a good situation. I can get the la-la if I want to, but I'm in a block that's wild. It used to be straight and quiet and cool on the low until the LT got over there and he talk about this number system and need us, the police, the pod and all that maniac ass shit, man. Now everything is ruined. So now everybody's about to clash. They got something to do with the shit. So I tell bro from Richmond, I'm like, bro, look, this is what we gonna do, man. He was like, what? I said, man, we just gonna beat old head ass, man. I said, ain't nobody gonna jump in once we start beating the shit out of him. I said, man, we gonna beat his ass, and then we gonna tell the LT, goddamn, we got the green light, right? Shit, the green light is getting him the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? He was like, man, that shit ain't gonna work. So I was like, man, well, fuck it if he lock us up, then I'm going to the bench. I don't give a fuck. I said, either way, man, let's fuck dude up, man. He was like, you crazy, short. I was like, that nigga a rat, man. I was like, man, for real. He talked greasy to me. He did all that shit, bro. I was like, man, listen, man. Fuck that shit, bro. I was like, man, we trapped in this dumbass number system down here, bro. I said, man, I'm trying to get the fuck away from this shit, man. I can't stand this dumbass shit, man. I was like, man, this shit dumb as a bitch, man. I was like, bro, what's up, bro? He was like, man, look, fuck that shit, man. He was like, fuck it. You know what I mean? So even though we knew this shit wasn't gonna work, damn, I had to make it escape, y'all. This is one of those stories, like, when this, I can remember this story like it was yesterday, man, because going through this dumbass shit, like, this is just some of the dumb shit you go through while you're in penitentiary. That's why y'all should never come, man. But I can just remember this stupid ass situation right here, man. Like, when I was just feeling like the walls were closing, a grown man telling me I can't do what the fuck I want to do in prison, and he don't got a fucking badge. Like, that shit was crazy, but like, that's what the CO got us to do to the other niggas. That's what he wanted us to do. The lieutenant wanted us to do to other inmates, man. So like, we all was fucking wrong, man. That's why I was just ready to blow the whole goddamn team up, man, like the New York Jets, y'all. So boom. Fuck it, man. You know what I mean? I'm like, this, man, fuck it, I'm ready. I got strapped up. Bro got strapped up. I seen him. You know what I mean? We out for the last Rex. And goddamn, I'm like, how you want to do this, bro? He was like, man, look, we whoop him in the cell. He gonna probably try to jump in. I said, we're gonna whoop his ass too. We gotta really get his ass shorted. I was like, all right, look, this is what he gonna do then, man. I said, we're gonna stand upstairs by cell 34. Cause he slept in cell 30, I think it was, 34, 33, 32. He was like in 32. He was a little bit upstairs from me. So he wasn't far from the showers, but he was like, look, when he go take his shower, he about to get out the shower. I said, we're gonna be standing by 34, which is by the showers. I said, when he get out, we just gonna beat his ass right there with his flip-flops on, catch that nigga squirmy as a bitch. He was like, yo, that's crazy. I was like, fuck it, man. I said, we just gonna tell the LT that goddamn, you know what I mean? That's what we had to do. So goddamn, we like, that's, the LT gave us the green light game, right? This is what the green light is, right? We can do the fuck we want, so we gonna show him what the green light is. Goddamn, he went up that side of the steps. I go up this side of the steps. I come up the steps like goddamn old ass cartoon villain, yo. I was like, I hit the walkway and start walking towards the shower. Pause. I looked in that bitch. Pause. I couldn't see it, but he got it covered up. But I just made sure I seen his face as the shower's right in front of you as you walking. It's right there in front of you. I'm walking. Make sure it's his prick ass. I see him. It's him. You know what I mean? I go post up by 34. You know, boy from Richmond's already back there. I said, I'm gonna hit the shit out of his ass. He was like, no, let me hit him. I said, man, drop the nigga. You know what I mean? I said, make sure you drop his ass, man. He was like, all right, so we right there. The shower is like Where we at, we like right here. We back by the window. The shower is like right there. You know what I mean? So we can hear him when he come out here. That's how dudes get out the shower. They hitting their flip-flops. They might take them off. Either way, we heard that noise, it was game time. I'm like, come on, bro. He like, yeah, I got out the shower. He got his towel over his neck. He like, they got on boxers, a t-shirt, no socks and flip-flops. He like, oh, head. I didn't even know he was bow-legged. Pause. He walked to the cell. He like, when he get like by the railing, young boy was like, hey. He turned around, he seen both of us. He was like, hey, open my door. Young boy was like, I need to holler at you, man. He was like, he waved the young boy. I was like, go, man. Young boy walked over there. He was like, you know what I'm saying, man? Like, I said, man. Young boy walked over there, made sure he turned his back to where the lady at in the booth that got the joint. You know what I mean? So we far, because we on the end of the top tier going that way by the shower. So his back is to that for the dude won't run towards that way and we all be fighting right there. So he right there. As soon as the lady opened his door, his roommate downstairs, man, the lady opened his door, man, as soon as that joint said, yeah, bro from Richmond said, man, why you always in our business, shorty? Boom! Man, he caught him, the old head said, he bounced off the wall. When he bounced off the wall, I was like this waiting on him, y'all. I was like, because when he bounced off, he like, you know how dudes look when they get hit really hard? He was like, I was like this waiting on him. I was like, I caught his ass. That shit didn't drop him. He was like, young boy from Richmond pushed him in the cell. Boom! That nigga fell all the way in the cell. That nigga hit the toilet. Boom! His head hit the bed. Boom! He fell. I was like, oh shit, I walked in there. I was like, yeah, motherfucker. Young boy from Richmond's already on his ass. Boom, 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 boom. I walked in that bitch. I was like, I just start kicking his body. I was like, fuck you, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. That nigga fell. He was like, oh. He hit the ground. The nigga fell again, nigga. Boom. He on that side kicking him. He like, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, this nigga, let me introduce you to my feet. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, nigga. Feet, bitch. We fucking him up in there, y'all. You hear me? Beat his motherfucking ass. We beat the shit out of him in that motherfucker. Eye busted, nose bleeding. We fucked him up for like 5 minutes in that bitch. We come out that bitch like bad dudes. We like, go down the steps. We like, fuck that shit. Everybody looking like, oh shit. It sounded like, his son get up late as a bitch. Like he can't believe his eyes face. He get up. He walk to the jump. He was like, hey man, hey. Next thing you know, police come in that bitch. They grab him. They got them up that bitch. You look up again. Lieutenant come in that bitch. Lieutenant love him. He come up there. He went in his cell. He was like, White. And he called a dude for real. Hey, come here. Who White here? I'm under them. We under them like this. I'm like, dudes in the park like, man, he calling y'all, man. I'm like, I went in the cell. Next thing you know, he at my door. He like, White, I need to see you right now. I looked up, dude from Richmond was already right there with him. He like, come on. They grab old head. They taking old head. Police coming in. We leaving out. Because we part of the fake green light game. You know what I mean? He take us to the office. We get in the office. I look like I was fighting. I'm sweaty. You know what I mean? I just look mean. I just look like I just done something crazy. You know what I mean? He like, we get in the office. He's like, why the fuck y'all do that? I was like, man, you gave us the green light, man. You say any nigga act crazy, get rid of their stupid ass, man. He started acting crazy. He said, how's he gonna act crazy? He the one sponsoring this shit. He the one gave me the idea to do this shit. So he gave you the idea to do this shit? He was like, yeah. I was like, man, listen. You told us to clean anybody up that wasn't moving right. I said, we cleaned this dumb ass up. We got the green light. We straight, right? He was like, yeah, you straight, all right. Go pack your shit. I was like, man, shit, dude from Richmond's right there. He looking like, fuck it. He was like, yeah, you pack your shit too. That nigga walk right up. That nigga walk with us. Got down back to the pod. We got the pod. That nigga was like, hey, lock down. Nigga locked the whole pod down. Nigga told us to pack our shit. You hear more police? That's the people coming to get his stupid ass. They come get that nigga. That nigga come down the steps. See your head is on. He like, they take that nigga out. I look out my window while I'm packing my shit. He going down the boulevard like this. I said, that's what you get, motherfucker. Petty bitch, fuck that nigga. I packed my shit gladly. Give me the fuck out of headquarters. It's the police block. Get the fuck out of here, man. We beat dude ass, man. They put me in the cell right over top of the dude from Richmond. That me and the dude, we beat the nigga ass. My word, man. Me and that nigga used to be laughing about that shit, man. And we didn't even stay in the hole long, man. We stayed in the hole probably about 30 days. 30 days apiece. And we was back in population, man. I was back to 4-building game, man. But for real, I seen old head again after that shit. Old head ain't say shit because he already know he was on some police shit, man. He took that ass whooping. I promise you he ain't say shit. He definitely ain't say shit to me. And that's just how that shit went, man. That shit was crazy, man. We shouldn't have signed on for that bullshit anyway, y'all. Like, that was crazy. I was just trying to disguise with the la-la. But at the end of the day, that shit have never worked what they trying to do, man. And like the police said, man, the inmate nigga the one gave him the idea to do that dumbass shit, man. Prison is crazy, man. That's why y'all should stay y'all ass out, man. But that was a crazy situation. But that's the end of the damn story, though. I appreciate y'all for watching, man. Y'all know the count. Stay y'all ass out the way for you to be out here with your family. Period. But y'all already know what it is, man. This was the Thursday Banger Game. So what I do y'all do with this one? Like, share, subscribe. This one. Y'all, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. But y'all be safe and stay y'all ass out the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart just to open your eyes up.